But I think, honestly, the dichotomy of our friendship, and I accredit him to saving me and getting me out of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Like one day, how it happened was he was on a tour with Toy Machine, and he had made CKY. CKY's had already like fucking blown up, wildly successful, and I'm a homeless heroin addict in Baltimore, and I went into a skate shop called Select to try, or it was called Kelly's Board Shop, and I tried to get some money out of them. Yeah. Unbeknownst to me, he was there the day before, and he's like, "Yo, does Novak? Do you see him?" They're like, "Nah, he's hell. He's homeless, heroin addict." He left his number. Said if he comes in, give him my number, and if he wants to like get clean and start skating, I'll help him. So I go in the next day, and they're like, "We're not giving you any money, but here's Bam's number." And he said, "If you want to get clean, call him." A few days later, I called him. And he accepted the call, and he brought me up, and he started bringing me here and like allowing me another chance at life. And I believe if I would have stayed in Baltimore, I absolutely would have been fucking consumed by addiction, no question. Mm-hmm. And I accredit him largely to why I am sitting here today, no doubt in my life, no doubt in my mind. But now, as fate would have it, you know, our journeys kind of took a different path, and he's on this path of trying to like find himself and better his life. Yeah. And I believe that I was like kind of groomed for this position to now return that favor, you know? So like when he reached out to me a while ago and was like, "Dude, you know, I need some guidance. I need some help." You know, like I was meant to be there for that in a weird way.
Well, and that's why things all happen for a reason, because he was at the shop the day before you were.
Exactly.
And who would have knows what would have happened to Brandon Novak if Bam didn't go that day.
Like you said in the beginning, you know, it's all about the timing of things. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think in the grand scheme of things, what I've learned is life is live forward and learn backwards. Yeah. In retrospect, looking back, like best friends, I show up now, you know? And unfortunately, what sucks with the disease of addiction is when we can be so consumed in it, it doesn't look like friendship. It's like, "F you, you're being a dickhead, you know?"
Yeah.
But now I think with where he's at in life, I pray to God he can kind of see that I'm just doing it in a really healthy way with helping as opposed to not being an enabler, you know? And I think now he's in a good enough position, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you can maybe see that I'm coming from it from a place of like love and understanding.
Well, yeah, and at first we're all going to have anger because it's like, what do you mean you won't give me what my fix is? Because people don't understand, you know, that are normies, and God bless them, you know, glad they don't have to experience, they don't have to know the addict's mind and the shit that goes on up there. They don't get the triggers, the anxieties, the all the shit that you are feeling at one single minute. You can feel like the spectrum of thoughts and emotions about yourself, the world, your place in it, your lack of your place, and everything else. And what do you mean you love me and you won't let me have the thing that just takes that away right now? Sure. I get that I might feel worse tomorrow, but at least I don't have to feel it right now. And, you know, and they unfortunately don't understand, but thank goodness they don't understand at the same time. Yeah. And I would say the reason I bring that up is, for me, that was the identity of my bottom was, it's just, I can't manage it anymore. I can't, all these things going on, the kids, I was
and everyone's
operations manager of a radio station. It's like, I'm going to lose everything that I've done, that I've worked for, you know, and it's just like
at the time, I didn't realize that I was the biggest enabler towards Novak, because he was my walk-in television set, and he would make me laugh all the time. And when he would ask me for money, I knew it was for nothing good. So I'd be like, "All right, you want money? I know what you're going to get. So shove this rock up your ass if you really want this money." You know, like,
which was great.
Where's the fucking rock?
Then he forgot about the rock for 3 days, and he blew his ass out, winding up in the hospital because.
But we have footage of it, which will all go in my documentary. So like, it all works.
Right.
But the thing is, you know, when I came up here and he was like, "No pills, no heroin," right? He was doing the best that he had. He doesn't understand the disease of addiction. You know, he's drinking and doing his own thing anyways. So at the time, looking back now, he thinks he was enabling me, but he was doing the best that he could with what he had. Yeah. You know, and we were kind of caught up in that moment.
Sure.
And now, like, I believe that I was brought to where I am now to kind of like help do for him what he did for me years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
And I also think that karma is 100% real. With me, it happens instantly, but with others, it happens, you know, it could take a while and it'll happen differently. But let's just say I just got this brand new BB gun and I'm like, can, yeah, lamp, got it, bird, why not, got it. Phone rings, I run to the phone, I twist my ankle so bad that I wasn't able to do the FDR contest the next day.
Oh,
you know, like, That's how it works for me. And also, what comes around goes around absolutely happens. It's just a matter of time. But I mean, you know, Nikki's sitting there saying, "How are you still friends with Novak and Buddy Bill when he wrecked your Audi R8 all drunk and Novak wrecked it all high on pills? You should both tell him to go themselves." That very like a week later, she hops in the Porsche and gets T-boned or whatever, gets a DUI, and it's just like, should I tell you to go yourself? You know, like
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like you were begging me to tell him to go yourself. Should I tell you?
Right.
Because I guarantee you just costed me more money than the both of them combined.
You know
and
what?
then take it a step
Cole.
further, Novak actually gets sober and like actually pays me a check every month for the car. So he's the only one actually paying it back.
Right?
So it's
Nikki, call Brandon and apologize.
it's just crazy how the world f***ing plays out.
Yeah.
You know, like I could have never seen this ending, and this isn't even the ending. This is just merely the beginning to the next chapter of our lives.
Yeah.